Hey class, Absolute 5 here. I'm back again with another video, and today we're going to talk about the concept of integers, well, their introduction more or less. So what are integers? Integers are numbers that are different from the natural numbers because they not only include 0, but they also include the whole negative axis, which is the whole negative line. So when I talk about natural numbers, they start off with 1 and they keep going on and on and on and on. These are called natural numbers. Well, these are called integers because they not only include positive, but they also include all the negative numbers of all the negative integers. If you want to get fancy with the notation, you can write integers as a z notation like this. That's another way to represent the integers where it comes to it being positive or negative. That's a whole different concept. But besides that, the concept is this. It also includes negative and positive numbers. You can easily label it with dashes or whatever you want it to be. And think of the integers as a way to understand measurement of whether something's greater than or less than or equal to. So I'm pretty sure in some point in your life, someone's exposed these symbols to you, where you got the usual Pac-Man mouth this way, that way, and then you have a little bar right under these arrows or these mouths. This means, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, and this is less than or equal to. So we made these notations up again because due to simplicity, we don't like having to write a lot of words out. It's a lot of work to write this out. But we like to simplify everything and use notation to abbreviate exactly what we're talking about. So again, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. So these are important to know when we're trying to understand the basic concept of these numbers. And another thing, that's what I forgot. What are these things called? Good question. These are called inequalities. Well, inequalities, excuse me. Why are they called inequalities? Well, it says it in the name, it's inequalities, meaning none of these are exactly equal. So when you really think about it, when you see this symbol, this means equal to, right? Think about it this way. These are the 4 other ways to represent something that isn't equal, thus the name, hence the name inequality, or inequalities in this case. So we have 1 way to represent something is equal to, while we have 4 ways to represent something that's inequality. So now let's use an example of this. Let's try to understand what does it mean for something to be inequality. That's unequal. So let's say I use this number line here, this finite number line here. Right. And the example is, let's say I gave you these 2 numbers, and the question is telling you which symbol out of those 4 that I showed you would represent to be fit here. Now let's mark these. -3 is there, and -5 is here. So when it comes to negative numbers, a lot of people might confuse it. They might say, well, this 5 is bigger than this 3, so I'm probably just going to put this as greater than. When you have to understand, when it comes to integers, specifically in the negative area, the bigger the number is, the smaller it becomes. It's the other way around. It's not the bigger the number is bigger. No. When you have a negative sign, it makes the number extremely tiny. No matter how big that number is. It could be negative 1,000, negative 1,000,000 for all I care. And that it's going to become extremely small. Probably at a subatomic level at that point when you get that big. But don't quote me on that. So understand that logic, because think about it. Think of it this way. The closer you are going to, the closer the number is to 0, that means that number is actually more greater than every other negative number there. So meaning negative 3 is closer to 0 rather than negative 5. So therefore, negative 5 is actually less than negative 3. Think of it that way. If I gave, let's say, which would it be? 1 is greater than negative 1. And now what about this? This might be a little tricky. How do I write this one? I see. The other ones are more for understanding multiple integers, like a whole number of things. We'll get to that in a later date. But those are just the basic concepts that you want to play around with, understanding integers. And that integers play a crucial role in mathematics due to understanding the basic concepts of signs. We'll get to that in the future as well. So until then, this has been the video for today for understanding integers. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to smash that bell button for more content. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And I'll see you guys next time with another math video. This has been Absolute 5. I'm Roger Palomino. Math is infinite because there are infinitely many possibilities. Take care.